Desert Diaries. Week 10. Hello, Arizona calling. So the last time we spoke, all my furniture had been delivered. My new house was full of a gazillion boxes, lots of not dead cockroaches, and a scorpion. Very much a live scorpion, and not very happy. So as the scorpion already had a glass over it, I then walked around the house putting glasses all over the wriggling cockroaches until I was confident nothing was going to crawl over me as I carried on unpacking. This was the limit of my pest control capabilities. I waited for Dave to come home. I was like, I can't bear it. To say I felt uneasy and quite scared, it is an understatement. My brain was fizzing with scenarios of the girls having scorpions crawl over their bed sheets at night, them getting hurt, and I started to freak out a bit. Still no reply from Dave. I didn't know what to do. Bloody aircon was broken again. I was boiling. I was convinced a scorpion or a cockroach or a spider was going to crawl out of every single cardboard box that I touched. So I knew I needed to calm down and just kind of feel a bit secure and safe. I just couldn't think what to do. So do you know what I did? I put my earphones in and I went to my podcast app and I listened to old episodes of Desert Island Discs, unfortunately. For some reason, this really calmed me down. Kirsty Young, Jane Garvey, and Fee Glover got me through Scorpion Gate in the middle of the desert whilst I was on my own. 3 titans of broadcasting versus venomous desert wildlife. Those scorpions didn't stand a chance. Well, several hours later, Dave did eventually come home. The girls were at a holiday club, thank goodness. They didn't see any of this. Not only did he come home, but because he'd read my message, he came home armed with a scorpion hunting kit. Like any true Boy Scout, he had been online, read loads of blogs from people who'd also found scorpions in their house and kind of learned the hard way how to catch them. So what you might think is in a homemade scorpion hunting kit. Well, thick elbow-length gloves, kind of heavy-duty work gloves. No sting's going to get through that. A pair of needle-nose pliers, so you've got the maximum amount of space between you and beastie when you want to pick it up. Cotton wool, paint stripper, and a glass jar. And finally, a UV torch, aka a black light. Okay. So the system goes, you find the beasties, you reach out with your pliers on your gloved hand, pick up the tail with the pliers, drop it into the jar, which has got a few cotton wool balls in it, and the balls have been soaked in paint stripper. Now, this is the quickest and most humane way to kill them because you don't get stung and they drift off in a slightly drunken, anaesthetised state. Done. So why the torch? Well, this is how you find them. And it's not a regular torch, as I said. It's a black light, a UV torch. So you can look into all those dark corners in your house where they like to hide. Why is it UV? Are you ready for this? Because scorpions glow under UV light. Yeah, you heard me. Just in case they weren't terrifying enough, Arizona bark scorpions glow in the ruddy dark. Why? Why does Mother Nature do this? Let's take something that already strikes the fear of God into you. Let's make it more frightening, shall we? Brilliant. So, anyway, my husband dispatched with the Scorpios, as we were calling them, to try and make them sound less terrifying, and also the cockroaches. And since then, we've only seen 2 more scorpions, and one of them was an ex-scorpion already. There really is nothing like unpacking boxes with the added jeopardy of finding something terrible in there, and I don't mean the contents of my children's sock drawer. We've just got the Palo Verde beetles to deal with since then. Massive, and I mean massive, 6 inches long beetles that appear just for a couple of weeks each year to mark the start of monsoon season. Just a little note to myself. Don't sit on your back patio at sunset with a light on next to you. They quite like that. I think I might have broken some sort of land speed record as the pace I sprinted away when this enormous thing came hurtling towards me. Don't do that again. But we're slowly getting settled. We've got a view of Mummy Mountain from our front porch and rabbits and hummingbirds in our garden. So not everything around puts us in mortal danger. The dog jumps into the swimming pool every morning. It's just brilliant to see. So sitting as I am now on my old sofa, covered in my children's mucky handprints, which have come all the way from Manchester, and looking out at the organ pipe cacti in my front garden. Dare I say it? It's starting to feel like home. I'll see you in the desert. Thank you so much for listening. I know everyone says that, but I really, genuinely mean it. Thank you. I'm not brilliant at social media, but I do my best putting pictures on Instagram at Sam Walker Radio and on Twitter at Walker Sam. So if you want to see the scorpion or something else horrible up close, you know where to go. I know it's a pain in the backside to leave a review, but getting your messages is just brilliant. And hopefully it means other people will listen as well, so I won't feel like a loser. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you.